Hello YouTube, RetroHeaven66 here. Now if you're new to my channel, just subscribe and you'll get 1 to 2 videos every week, and we're going to be covering Commodore 64, Nintendo NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Master System, Sega Mega Drive, Amstrad CPC, ZX Spectrum. We're going to be covering the whole lot, and we're going to make the shows dynamic so you can participate. So after some speculation and a bit of thinking, I've been thinking, where should we take the show next? You know, which platform should we do? What's most popular? A lot of people have suggested, you know, focusing on consoles rather than personal computers such as the ZX Spectrum or the C64. So I thought to myself, let's start with 8-bit, and specifically, I'm going to start talking from Nintendo NES at the moment, and you know, the games it's got with it. I mean, let's be fair, it's got some cracking games on it. It's got the Super Mario Brothers trilogy, it's got Double Dragon trilogy, it's got roller games, it's got Gremlins 2, it's got Bubble Bobble, which is a superb conversion. So after a lot of thinking, a lot of speculation, I decided let's do Double Dragon 2. Everyone loves the game, including myself. I think it's a superb beat 'em up, probably one of my favourite beat 'em ups of all time, and I'm pretty sure it's one of your favourite beat 'em ups too, so let's check it out.
So, Double Dragon 2, The Revenge on Nintendo NES. It was originally released as an arcade game in 1988, and the Nintendo NES port came along shortly afterwards. It was the first sequel to the original Double Dragon game, which was released during the previous year. There was many ports of Double Dragon 2, but on Nintendo NES it was very different. It was very different to the arcade version as well from what I've played. Personally, I thought it was for the best. I think the Double Dragon 2 on Nintendo NES was a much superior game even than the arcade version of it. It seems to have flow a lot better, and it just plays better. You know, when you pull off a roundhouse kick, it really feels like you pulled off a roundhouse kick. Once you get the technique on your NES pad, it really feels you've achieved something. It just feels good kicking 2 enemies over simultaneously. It's a really nice feeling when you're playing that game. Now, interestingly, Double Dragon 2 on NES, it was originally meant to be some form of upgrade to the original Double Dragon NES game, and what happened was that there was so much coding, so much went into this upgrade, that somebody said, well, you know, let's make it, you know, turn it into a standalone game. So eventually that's what happened, it turned into a standalone game, and that's how we got Double Dragon 2 The Revenge. Now I think they really worked very well on making Double Dragon 2 The Revenge a really nice game. I mean, if you take the original Double Dragon, it was only, we could play a 2-player but separately. Now on Double Dragon 2 The Revenge you can play 2 players simultaneously, and you know, playing as a 2-player, it really brings a lot of fun and entertainment into the gameplay. So the storyline for Double Dragon 2, it's very generic at that time for a fighting, you know, beat 'em up game. It's pretty much a couple of brothers, Billy and Jimmy Lee. They're on a mission to avenge the death of Billy's girlfriend after she is killed by the Shadow Warriors. Now, it's not necessarily the storyline we play for a fun game like this, but it's nice to have a background story, and it plays through really well. And the interesting twist with Double Dragon 2 is that, unlike in the first Double Dragon, where you was up against Willy with this gun, big machine gun type thing, in Double Dragon 2 you're actually fighting against one of the brothers, and it gives it a very interesting twist. Like I said, it's first time round play, you don't expect it to happen, but it happens, and it's really shocking at the time. Now, my final verdict on Double Dragon 2 is probably biased, a lot of you might think, but I truly think it's the greatest fighting game ever made. So without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, then yeah, go for it. Give Double Dragon 2 The Revenge a play. You can download it from a lot of emulation websites, or just go on eBay and try and find a hard copy of it. They're pretty pricey though, so watch out, you might get a bargain somewhere. In the meantime, give us some comments and let us know if you've got any cheats for the game, because that's one thing I never found for this game was cheats. You know, perhaps you can make Billy or Jimmy invincible, perhaps you can get 99 million lives. But yeah, tell us what you think, guys.